So the Barrie Colts playing their first home game after the trade deadline and put in a great effort here tonight, falling just short against the Brantford Bulldogs in a 4-3 final. And this one got off to a very interesting start because we found out just moments before puck drop that Nick Lardis was a late scratch for the Brantford Bulldogs. Obviously, Lardis, the leading scorer on this Brantford Bulldogs hockey club. So with that, Adrian Rebello brought in instead, so they had to shuffle the lines a bit, but that didn't seem to faze Brantford all too much. I know Lardis, a big contributor on this Brantford team, but the Bulldogs getting things done, and it's some of their new additions who are really paying off early on after the OHL trade deadline. Also to note, it was really strange, the arena music and noise not working tonight. The whole system went down before the game started, so we didn't have any music in between plays. We didn't have the warm-up music. "O Canada" was sung by the crowd, so a very different feel. Plus, we didn't get the announcements of the goals or the penalties, which made things a little interesting for the broadcast because we had to rely on the internet, so our phones, to be able to tell what the penalties were, who were the goal scorers, who got the assists. So a very interesting feel here tonight at the Saddlein Arena. So it was also announced, I want to get to, is that Beau Jelsma is the new captain of the Barrie Colts. It was also announced prior to the hockey game. He becomes the 25th captain in Barrie Colts franchise history. I talked about it during the trade deadline live stream, how I felt Beau Jelsma would be the best captain, I think, for the Colts with who's in the lineup, and I'm glad to see he's been recognized. They said from the farm to the sea, and it's really well deserved, and I'm hoping to have Beau Jelsma on this week, so stay tuned for that. That's why you have to subscribe to the channel so you can find and see those interviews that we do with the Barrie Colt players. So that was the story even before the hockey game started, and it was a very eventful first period as Merrick Van Acker scoring off the rebound, making it a 1-0 hockey game. It was just a bad bounce. Hillebrand couldn't get to it in time. And then Owen Protz, what a shot, set up by Zachary Lavoie, who the former Niagara Ice Dogs captain, and Owen Protz scoring his first goal as a member of the Brantford Bulldogs. And Owen Protz, he had a fantastic game tonight, looking solid there for Brantford. And then after that, Bodie Stewart, he would set up Ronik Jodwin after a turnover, and Jodwin get his 10th of the season, made it 2-1, and this all happening in like the first 7 minutes of the hockey game. So quite the show early on between the Colts and the Bulldogs. But then we had the big hit. Evan Passmore hitting Noah Nelson from behind. Passmore, he would be ejected from the game for the major. It also led to a fight between Passmore and Dylan Tashurna. He left the game, looked like maybe for maintenance. He came back in the third period, so we did see Tashurna back in the hockey game. But those two dropped the gloves. Blair Scott, the new member of the Barrie Colts, he got a misconduct. He was pushing and shoving, trying to start a fight as well. So a lot of penalties, but because of the no sound system, we didn't have that announced. So a lot of confusion, but we were able to get it all figured out at the first intermission. So as a result of the 5-minute major, the Brantford Bulldogs, they would capitalize. It would be Florian Jacki, and it was a great shot. Florian Jacki, the Montreal Canadiens prospect, great job there, putting it top shelf on Sam Hillebrand, making it 3-1. And then Jacki, again, as there's another power play for the Bulldogs late in the final minute, and Jacki took the shot, went off Merrick Van Acker and in, making it 4-1. So Brantford in cruise control. The Colts had a couple of good chances, but David Egorov had a good game there in the first period, turning aside the shots he faced. So into the second period, the Barrie Colts would respond. First, Cole Baudouin, it would be a power play goal to start the second period, and then 49 seconds later, Michael Durbridge, he would get his first goal as a member of the Barrie Colts, making it a 4-3 hockey game at that point. So great effort there. Michael Durbridge, he was also throwing some big hits. I think this is Durbridge's best game as a member of the Barrie Colts. He looked really good out there. And then at the end of the second period, the crowd cheered because we have the arena music back. They were able to fix the system. So we had the announcements again. We had the music. I don't know how they fixed it. I don't know what they had to do, but it was back, and the crowd, they cheered. In the third period, Owen Protz, he had a fantastic game tonight. He was throwing the body, he had the goal, and then he had this defensive play where the Colts had a 2-on-1, and Protz just swiping a stick behind him, able to take away the chance from Cole Baudouin, and really, Protz, I think he should have been considered for first star tonight. He was not the first star, but man, the Brantford Bulldogs doing a great job with that pickup from the Sudbury Wolves. And then Florian Jacki had a goal disallowed. Sobolev took the shot from the point, and then Jacki, to me, it looked like it should have been a good goal, but they did review it, and they said it was a high stick. So it remained 4-3. And then Sam Hillebrand, he made a couple of huge stops to keep the Colts in it. And David Egorov making a last-second save, and that would be your final 4-3 for the Brantford Bulldogs. Shots 40-31 in favor of Brantford. And the first start tonight, Merrick Van Acker, 2 goals and an assist. So an exciting game. For some reason, whenever these two teams play each other, after what we saw in the playoffs last year, it's always a fun time, and we weren't disappointed again here tonight. So it's a 4-3 final for the Brantford Bulldogs. The Colts back in action Thursday night here at home as they get ready to take on the Sudbury Wolves. So that's it from the Sadlin Arena. A ton of fun here. And let me know in the comments down below your thoughts on tonight's game. And don't forget to hit like and subscribe. And we'll talk to you again soon.